0303. One thing and hundreds of good deeds. One thing and hundreds of good deeds, commonly referred to as one thing, is a relatively harmless abnormality that is in the shape of a levitating cross, seemingly melded with a skull, both of which are bound tightly together by a throne crown. One thing will always be the first abnormality the player gets.
EGO equipment. Weapon penitence. Details. To know means to understand. We successfully extract the archetype and materialize it, and the observer reshape it into a weapon. This is why we highly regarded the act of observation. The eye sockets of the hollow skull stare into scenes, and the crown of thorn casts the blame. Those who are willing to spill blood for the greater good will be readily given approval for its use. Though this weapon is not as strong as other EGO weapons in our possession, it provides psychological comfort to the wielder. However, it is useless to those who do not know justice. Suit penitence. Details. Conventional firearms were effective against abnormalities. Using them was as futile as cutting water with a knife. That was when we asked ourselves, if abnormalities are materialized from the unconsciousness, it may be possible to extract a piece from it, back from them, and turn it into a weapon. Results varied, depending on the observer. The crown of thorns will sometimes protect the wielder's soul. The thorns may momentarily hurt as they anchor your soul to reality. This suit will be no better than rags to those who have no sense of guilt. Story.
One sense encyclopedia portrait, a silent abnormality that understands the conflict between good and evil. Its empty eye sockets dread all those who encounter it. A giant skull that is attached to a cross. It wears a crown of thorns. It floats about 2 meters above the ground. Well, its appearance is bizarre. It is rare to record unincident violence against employees involving this abnormality. It feeds on the evil that seeps out during conversations between people. The assigned employee must kneel before it. Standing appears to be acceptable, and present their evil by confessing their sins to it. The way it feeds is unknown. We have catalogued the sins a person can commit into 3 levels. Level 1. A small line or action that either goes unnoticed or can be shared in jest. Level 2. Sins that are more serious than only shared with the closest of friends. Level 3. Sins so profound that they cannot be shared with anyone. This will be taken to the grave. Employee, redacted, had been assigned to confess a Level 1 sin. Energy production via the abnormality increased by 12%. Employee, redacted, was assigned to confess a Level 2 sin. Energy production via the abnormality increased by 15%. 1 minute and 48 seconds after employee was sent in, a bright flash of light was seen. The light was so bright that it could be seen outside of the containment unit. Immediately following the light, there was a facility-wide power outage. The phenomenon lasted for 2 hours. Employee deducted, lost 6 years of their memory. Further experiments were cancelled. Scientific ethics decreed that all footage of those who participated in the experiment is to be kept sealed. However, the incident left us no choice but to be reviewed the footage of the contaminated unit.
This happened at around 4 p.m. Anyways, there was a railway about 20 minutes from my house. Some of my good friends and I decided to dress as forest animals, and one of us chose to go as a deer. It was a crude costume. It could hardly be called one, to be honest. Just a pair of clumsily made antlers and a dark outfit with some tail-like spots on it. I don't know how our dear friend wandered into the woods. We didn't even notice he was missing for maybe an hour. We searched for him and finally found him in some bushes. We called out his name, and I'm not sure if it was from relief or finally finding us or what, but he started sprinting towards us. And that's when we heard it. The gunshots. Bun! 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 When I came to my senses, I saw his blood splattered all the way to my feet. After that, not one of us dressed up as an animal ever again. That's all. By the way, is this really supposed to work?
Its eye sockets are empty. It is a skull after all, but I doubt it is blind. It certainly has its gaze fixed on me, and I can somehow feel that it's listening to me. Confessing to it does lighten my heart immediately. Afterwards, we investigate the incident in the employee's hometown to get a better picture. We learned that a boy named Justin was shot and killed in a deer costume by hunters during hunting season. Unlike the employee's confession, Justin was repeatedly bullied by other kids. Witnesses said they heard the kids shout, "Run, Justin! Run!" right before the gunshot. After the incident, the kids entered the scene, moved out of town, and deer hunting was banned in the area. Honestly, you can't expect all of our employees to give honest confessions to that skull. Around every 1 in 10 employees will tend to say something that is not completely true. It's a bit different from the lie. You can say that is a subconscious excuse they make. They distort perspectives to justify their actions, even though they are aware that they should be telling the truth. Once this happens, the confession is no longer truly a confession. Yes, I'm talking about you, trying to justify your tardiness for 5 minutes now.